Hi guys, welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. I'm going to try to get through this introduction this morning. I am waiting on a phone call from a tree service who's trying to get me in their route today so that they can do some stump grinding for me. So if I have to cut this off in a weird place, I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. Welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. Welcome to my daily vlog. Welcome to my home in the sunshiny state of Florida. Let's get down to business. So last night I had a pretty good night of sleep. My sleep score is kind of sad, but my sleep score through Fitbit measures so many things. It measures how restless I am, how many times I get up, and I gotta tell you, I had another revelation dream last night. Woke me up out of a dead sleep at 3 a.m. Now, when I first woke up, I could remember every single detail of that dream vividly, but now it's gone. It's gone. I just know that I was scared, and I know that I was like, it took me a minute to did that really happen? Is this really happening? Is it time? Did I hear the trumpets? What's happening? And I am from the school of thought that he's got to be coming soon. He's got to be coming soon. He's got to be coming soon. Anyway, so let's get on with keto business. So anyway, my sleep score was a 79. I got 7 hours and 4 minutes, but I was up for an hour and 45 minutes of that 7 hours. So actually I got like 5 hours and 15 of sleep. My weight this morning came down a half a pound from yesterday, but I'm still up a half a pound from Monday. And I still believe that it was just the amount of calories I ate, eating that entire bag of pork rinds, introducing sucralose, right? But I'm not sure if it was the sugar in the pork rinds and there is a little bit of sugar in those pork rinds, the jalapeno cheddar. But because I don't know what the cutoff is, like it's got to be a certain amount before they can list it in the nutrition. So you can still be getting carbohydrates, you can still be getting sugar from certain foods, but here's the way I look at it. If they don't have to list it as a sugar unless it's 0.9 grams or higher, and there's 5 servings in the bag and I eat the whole bag, I'm getting less than 5 grams of sugar. Now, with that being said, that's a teaspoon. 4.7 grams of sugar is 1 teaspoon. So, I mean, yes, that could have been what sparked my cravings, but it could have been I had a horrible night's sleep. It could have been that I didn't fast. I was kind of all over the place with my eating. My carbohydrates were a little high. Yesterday, my carbohydrates look good. I was at 17 total. And right now, that's all I'm counting is total carbs. Anyway, guys, I'm waiting for the tree company to call me. Let's get to the daily devotional. I'm getting ready to have my coffee, and I will see you at the daily devotional, then my first meal. All right, guys, welcome to December. Look at the page. So each month has its own page. And I really think I'm just going to buy one of these. And I'm going to gift it. I might do a little giveaway for you guys because this has just been so valuable in my life. This is the point where if you don't want to hear anything about Jesus, love, God, inspiration, motivation, just life, then you can skip forward to the food, but I would hope you would stay. So for the month of December here, it says, "For to us a child is born, and he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." Isaiah 9:6. All right, so let's go to December 1st. "I love you with an everlasting love which flows out from the depths of eternity. Before you were born, I knew you. Ponder the awesome mystery of a love that encompasses you from before birth to the grave." That always chokes me up. Modern man has lost the perspective of eternity. To distract himself from the gaping jaws of death, he engages in ceaseless activity and amusement. The practice of being still in my presence is almost lost, yet it is this very stillness that enables you to experience my eternal love. You need the certainty of my love presence in order to weather the storms of life. And during times of severe testing, even the best theology can fail you if it isn't accompanied by my experiential knowledge of me. The ultimate protection against sinking during life's storms is devoting time to develop your friendship with me. Jeremiah 31:3, Lamentations 3:22 through 26. Thank you for staying with my daily devotional. All right, guys, I have been inspired to try a couple of different types of earrings today. I will be using some glitter, some fresh dried flowers, and other embellishments. I want to take you step by step, but because I've never done this before, it might be a little choppy, so forgive me in advance, and I'm still waiting on the tree company to call me. Before we start, I just want to explain that anytime you see these specialized earrings, UV resin is super expensive. This little tiny bottle cost me almost $19. It's one of the best UV resins that I have. These flowers, just for this one package, is $13. So these earrings will be a little more expensive than my standard $10 earrings. These will be at $15 a pair, plus, of course, shipping. All right, guys, I'm starting with some UV resin on the base because when you're working with embellishments and flowers, air bubbles can be trapped underneath. So you want to start out with a fine top coat. Being super careful, I take a torch or a lighter like this and get all of the air bubbles out of the base coat of resin. All right, guys, so this is my absolute favorite part. The reason that you're using a pair of tweezers to lay down your flowers is because if you crease them, they fall apart like fine tissue paper. It is a super delicate and tedious process. One of the most difficult and exciting parts about unmolding these resin designs is because your resin artist is working from the back of the mold forward. So when we're layering, we can't see what this earring looks like from the front. We are working from behind it. This is where personal creativity is amazing. You lay it out in a design that is aesthetically pleasing, but it works symmetrically. With that being said, though, what is aesthetically pleasing to you may not be for others, and that's why some original designs don't sell so well. You have to find somebody that loves your artwork. Using some glitter and some foil paper behind it to just really make these beautiful flowers pop. Once everything's laid down into the base coat, I'm just very gently tapping the back, making sure that I bring any bubbles to the surface. Also, because I've been working in a wet liquid, the glitters tend to float around. You want to make sure they're evenly distributed. Now I'm adding some beautiful pearls. I love pearls in almost any floral artwork, and I am using a very light teal, a very light blue, and of course white. I'm only going to put 2 or 3 in each one. This is a very powerful UV flashlight called the UV Beast. This is a very expensive flashlight. It cost me about $56, but it is really helpful when doing layered artwork like I'm doing right here, because it cures super fast, and I think it's 54 watts. All right, guys, now that I've got everything where I want it, I am adding some UV resin to fill up the mold. I am, of course, checking for bubbles, and I will light it up again to make sure that any bubbles are popped. Remember that I'm working from behind the mold. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add some of this iridescent holographic white snow glitter to the back, but I'm just going to use a tiny amount. I just want there to be a little bit of sparkle behind the earring so that they're not 100% see-through and it's going to hide some of my flaws and blemishes. And because this glitter is super fine, this is the way that I like to apply it so that it's applied evenly. At this point, I've examined everything. Everything is where I want it and evenly spaced. I'm taking my UV light back to the mold to finish the curing process. So there are specific molds for doing UV resin, and that's because the molds are clear. So what I'm doing now that I know that the back is cured is I'm flipping the mold over to cure from the front. So that way when I demold these earrings, they don't leave any ripples or wrinkles in the front, just in case it's not fully cured. Another favorite part of doing resin is the demolding and seeing the front of my artwork for the first time. I very carefully examine and make sure that the front is completely cured before I touch it, because if I touch it at this point and it's not, it will leave a fingerprint. Guys, I know this is going to be extra, but I am adding diamond chain around the edges. Starting this process is the hardest part. First, you have to determine the front of the earring, and then you have to just kind of lay down one tiny dot of UV resin and get your chain where you want it. Either you're going to center it around the side, you're going to bring it to the front or to the back, just depending on the design. And then once you get it perfectly in place, you cure it. I take my silicone brushes with the UV resin and I gently go around the edge, working in small spaces at a time, or you will get yourself into trouble as far as making it straight. You can see here I'm having to pull the chain straight. This is why when I'm taking the light to my earrings, I'm not doing it for a long extended period, because I want it to still be pliable in case I make a mistake. And now I'm coming in for one final cure before I start earring number 2. Checking to make sure it's completely symmetrical, checking to make sure it's completely cured. All right, guys, the earrings are finished as far as the resin goes. I will leave them on my windowsill for a day or two to complete the curing process. I want these to be super hard. Now I'm just selecting my findings. These are called open jump rings. And I made a lot of mistakes when I first started assembling earrings, pulling these apart. But did you know that you damage the integrity of the jump ring when you do that? You're supposed to twist them forward and backwards like a spiral instead of pulling them apart, because it weakens them. So once I determine the findings, and I do that based on the design. So is gold or silver going to look better? And then I decide, okay, how big are these earrings? And if I start measuring hoops to kind of determine what length these will be. And I've decided to take these to just about the jawline. Assembling these can be some very tedious work. So if you have a lot of vision problems, if you have a lot of problems like I do with arthritis in my hands, sometimes assembling these earrings can be quite the task. You have to get creative and you have to be coordinated. All right, guys, here it is. These beautiful, beautiful floral, sparkle, and pearl earrings. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, here you can see the length right about the chin line, and then there's a close-up. These are the second pair of earrings I made. They are just a little rhinestone star. They're not red, they're just rhinestones and silver. All right, guys, you know I am following the End Your Carb Confusion Phase 1, or some of you call it Page 4, and I'm getting ready to make a recipe and show you how I calculate my allowed starchy and non-starchy vegetables. All right, guys, so egg roll in a bowl. I've got 3 pieces of sausage diced up there in the pan and fried up nice and crispy. I've got some grease from the actual sausage, which will help me to flavor this cabbage. I have measured out 2 measured cups. Now, there are a couple little julienne carrots in here. It is not going to kill me, nor is it going to kick me out of ketosis. All in all, there's probably maybe 3 total baby carrots in here, which is going to be about 3 or 4 total carbohydrates. I'm also going to be careful because this is Bragg's coconut aminos. Instead of adding soy sauce, I'm going to add the aminos. I'm only going to add a teaspoon of that, and then of course salt and pepper. But because this has more than just green leafy vegetables, I'm not going to eat any vegetables for the rest of the day. This is going to be my total veg. So 2 cups in the pan, look at that. And you got to measure your vegetables before you cook them, not after. Just a teaspoon of aminos. That was probably a little more than a teaspoon. I'm going to mix that up, cook it down, salt, pepper, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, guys, this is 10 carbohydrates between the sausage and the cabbage. And then, of course, only 1 carbohydrate for the bread. I'm going to follow this up with a Zip Fizz, which puts me at 13 total carbs. I'm only doing a 2 meal today because it's 11 o'clock. And this is my first meal. My next meal will be dinner, and I'll go carnivore. Hey there, I got some friend mail today all the way from Denver, Colorado. Sorry I have to cover up the addresses for privacy. Let's open this up and see what it is. This is from Araceli Ortega. Let's open this up and see what it is. Please let me know if I pronounced that correctly. Araceli. There's no note or anything in here. What do we have? Oh, look at these. Oh my gosh, they are from Express. Guys, these are like high school for me. Oh my gosh. Araceli, I hope look at these pants. We gotta go try them on. Oh man, I'm so bummed. These are gonna have to be gold pants for me. Sorry, I'm trying to cover up. I can't, look, I can't get them up. There's no, like, I can't get them up. I can't get these up, right? I'm sorry, Araceli, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna keep these, and when I hit my goal weight, I'm gonna try them on again. I love these. I wish they fit. Oh my goodness, I wish they fit. All right, guys, I'm hungry. It's not dinner time, so it looks like 3 meals today. I've got myself 1 serving of pepperoni. I've got myself some olives, 2 little small gherkin dill pickles, and 2 eggs. I'm going to sprinkle some salt on all of it.
All right, guys, it's been quite an eventful walk. We've had a UPS truck scare us and almost pull Mommy down the road. We had a school bus then follow the UPS bus, and when it put on its brakes to let the children off the bus, that too caused the dogs to lunge forward, almost pulling me to the ground. And then we saw a baby, and not only did we see the baby, but the baby began crying and spooked Karma, where Karma jerked forwards and pulled Toby into a bed of sandspurs, where it then took 5 minutes to get all of the sandspurs out of Toby's fur. I also got my finger pricked by several of these sandspurs. So, having a good time today. There's the damn truck. Normally my walks are very pleasant, very quiet, and unobstructed, and here we go again. Here's the motorcycle guy for the 4th time.
Well, guys, we made it home safely. We survived that walk. We almost didn't survive. All right, guys, dinner is a 9-ounce ribeye with some horsey sauce. That's just 2 tablespoons of sour cream and a teaspoon of horseradish. All right, guys, I'm ending the day with 21 total carbs. I am. What a full video. What a full video, right? What is your favorite segment today? Did you like the earrings? I thought they were very cool. Did you think it was cool seeing that part of the video? Yeah? Okay, so guys, tomorrow I have an eye appointment. They're doing a full eye exam, which means they'll also be dilating my pupils and things like that. So I've already pre-recorded some footage because more than likely I will not be able to like get on my phone or do anything till a couple hours till my pupils undilate. I'm going to be in Ocala. I've got to run to Hobby Lobby and get some more UV resin. And, you know, just walk around Hobby Lobby. Because why? Because I can. And blah, 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 blah. That's about it. But I got to get up super early tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's very long, very fun-filled, packed full of vlog. And I will see you tomorrow with another daily vlog. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.